Some of the best advice I've heard over the years is really that you need to focus on what you're best at. A lot of people want to be well-rounded, and that's what we're taught in school. You should definitely focus on what you do and be the best at it, be the top 10%.
The best piece of advice I've received is that you can't manage what you don't measure.
The power of saying I was wrong or that I made a mistake.
To make sure that you surround yourself with people smarter than you in the room.
You're only as good as your next hire.
Think long-term, you make higher quality decisions.
Success is not permanent and failure is not fatal. The courage to keep going is what matters.
Slow down and attack the problem. If you get overly enthusiastic or you try to run off with a solution that's half-baked, it can actually cause more problems.
When everyone thinks you should be on a certain road, it's okay to take an exit.
The most important factor in any growth plan is making sure that you're in a good market. If you think about markets, you can have headwinds or tailwinds. You're much more successful in growing companies where there's tailwinds.
Understanding the problems that your customer faces on a daily basis and ultimately their top 3 challenges that you're trying to solve this year.
Stick to the strategy. There are all kinds of great ideas being thrown across the table, but if they don't fit with the strategy, either toss them or modify them to fit the strategy.
Having the systems in place to be able to manage the expectations of your clients, as well as make sure you're not putting too much burden on your own employees.
Not giving up. I think that you'll feel like you're taking maybe 2 or 3 steps forward and you'll take a step back, but you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing forward and moving in the right direction.
Having clear, measurable goals.
Stay focused. You can't be everything to everyone, and you can't do everything for everyone.
The most important factors of our growth plan is that it's steady, measured, and fearless.
The way we maintain an entrepreneurial spirit at HealthBreak is really through our employee performance review process.
To foster creativity of the team. You don't want to squash that creativity by putting in too many controls in place and having everything set out in an exact way.
You have to surround yourself with people that are constantly dissatisfied with the status quo.
By thinking about the opportunities that come as we grow, we can look down the P&L and look at our costs, see those as opportunities to create profit centers.
We actually foster dissent. As strange as that sounds, I actually encourage all of our analysts and all of our consultants to come up with the most harebrained ideas, put real numbers, real strategy behind them, and float them to the group.
By thinking about the small business owners in our system. We're a collection of 650 small businesses, and so by being that collection of small businesses and taking an entrepreneurial mindset, we're able to set them up for success.
I don't work from the top down as much as I work from a collaborative standpoint.
Everybody in the company is familiar with what we call the unit president concept. Everybody believes they are the president of their area of responsibility and they act accordingly.
Innovation is the single most important part of creating a culture of entrepreneurialism.
Something I learned about leading a company that I wish I had known when I started my career was to seek counsel.
Was that you only have one reputation. And so you have to defend that reputation day in and day out.
Is that being humble, authentic, and vulnerable is the most important characteristic that my team needs from me.
There are a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are willing to give their time and their advice to help you so that you don't make the same mistakes and that you can take advantage of that and ask for help.
As I've become a leader in the company, I really understand that it's not about just putting in the time, it's about how you leverage your team and cultivate your team.
It's an evolution of mindset throughout the years. Not only do you learn things about leadership, but you actually realize that leadership is changing. As different generations come forward, your leadership style has to change.
In order to be a Titan, I believe that it takes passion, vision, commitment, and humility. Additionally, you have to be able to communicate effectively.
It takes being willing to ignore all the naysayers.
You have to be a teacher and a mentor to other people so that you can continue the industry on.
Trust and passion. From a leadership standpoint, passion stands out as one of the top characteristics.
You have to be creative, innovative, and you have to have and show perseverance.
Is to be someone who's respected, not because they're a boss, but because they're a leader.